So, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody, especially Rob Holding. If you know, you know. Check out Arsenal's Twitter if you don't know. Good morning, everybody, especially Rob Holding. Okay, big up to everybody who's watched the last two videos on the channel. Thank you very much. Make sure you stick a like on this video. Big up to everybody who has watched them. Honestly, loads and loads of views on them two videos. The last one was about Gabriel Jesus. The one before that was about William Saliba wanting to stay at Marseille. So if you haven't checked them two videos out, do go and check them out. Also, big up to everybody who has donated to them videos as well. I have replied to everyone. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. If you'd like to do that, there is an option down there. If you've got the like, the dislike, the share, if you scroll along a little bit, there is an option called thanks. You can put a donation in if you wish to. If you don't want to, don't do it. Either way, like the stream, the video, whatever you want to call it. But we are going to talk about Yuri Tielemans. Top Gooners have got their knickers in a twist because they spent the whole of the last summer window talking about Project Youth. Didn't want James Maddison because he wasn't part of Project Youth, and £70 million was seen as extortionate. Let's quickly check out James Maddison's stats. Let's have a quick little look while we're doing this. James Maddison stats. Let's have a little look. Quick little look at James Maddison's stats this season. Wowee. Okay. I remember when Top Gooners were coming for me after Gibraltar Guard scored against Burnley. I don't think James Maddison had scored a goal at that point in the season. And everyone was saying, "Yeah, see, you're in the mud." What is this? Who started this in the mud? Can I just make a quick comment here as well? My tan game's strong, mate. I'm 40 in 13 days. I'm happy in the mud. I'm looking fresh. Real talk. James Maddison, 53 appearances, 3,625 minutes of football over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you include the Community Shield. We're not going to include that. So take 71 minutes off. So 52 appearances over 6 competitions. 18 goals, not bad. 12 assists, 8 yellow cards, no red cards. Let's have a quick comparison to Gibraltar Guard, who's apparently levels clear. In fact, James Maddison's age, let's quickly check that. James Maddison is 25 years old. He turned 25 6 months ago. So let's quickly check in comparison Martin Odegaard's stats, yeah? Martin Odegaard's stats, because Top Gooners were telling me he was so much better. He's 23. He's actually 23 months younger than James Maddison. His birthday's in December, nearly to the day as well. 40 appearances, 3,107 minutes. So less minutes, by about 500. Well, less than that because we took the 71. So about 400 odd minutes less. 7 goals. 7 goals, 4 assists over 3 competitions. Oh, but it was his first season. What a load of rubbish. He ain't good enough. Now, Top Gooners are getting their knickers in a twist because we're linked to Yuri Tielemans, who happens to be 26. He's just turned 25. I lie. He's just turned 25 on the 7th of May. But yes. Oh, yes, for £25 million, I think that could be a bargain. Okay, let's have a look at his stats, because I know everyone loves a stat. He has played 4,096 minutes of football. Let's take out Community Shields, who's played 4,025 minutes over 6 competitions. 7 goals, 5 assists, 4 yellow cards. Okay, so where does Yuri Tielemans fit into Top Gooners starting 11 next season then? Does he take Granit Xhaka? Oh, no, he can't take Granit Xhaka's place, can he? Because Granit Xhaka, we look more balanced in the team. The balance is there when Granit's there. He's not going to get in over Thomas Partey, is he? Because every time we do a combined 11 as a Top Gooner fan base, everyone tries to shoehorn in Thomas Partey. So is he going to play attacking midfield? I'm not sure he is he? Because he's actually only played 1 out of them 50 games this season in attacking midfield. So is this a depth signing? So is he going to be sat on the bench? Oh, interesting. So we're going to do 25 million quid to sit Yuri Tielemans on the bench, but play Granit Xhaka. Okay. I think these people are very confused, aren't they? In terms of Yuri Tielemans, I'd like to know your thoughts on him. Do leave that down in the description. I say that all the time because I'm so used to live streaming. Leave it down in the comments section down below. Would you take Yuri Tielemans? Let's talk about him. Let's actually have a conversation about Yuri Tielemans. I actually think he's a good player. Technically, I think he's all right. I think he's got a good long-range cross on him. I think he's got good short passing. He's got a long-range goal in him. We see that when he scored the winner in the cup final last summer. I actually think he's decent. His work rate's all right, because I know top gooners love a bit of work rate, hence why they all rave about lack of threat. The one thing that he does lack is pace. Now, you don't necessarily have to have pace in the Premier League to be a good player. There's plenty of players in the Premier League, years gone by and currently, that play at CM or DM, because he's played both. And he has played this season 10 games at DM. Most of his games are CM. So that would suggest that he would be coming in Granit Xhaka's position. So does that mean Granit Xhaka is either leaving or relegated to the bench, or one of these a bench player? But he does lack pace. Like I say, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because every time I watch Tielemans, I say every time, I'd say 70% of the time I watch him, I actually think he's really good. I genuinely do. If we could get him for 25 million, I'd be actually happy with that signing, because I think he's a player that would give us a big lift in midfield, even if it was a rotation with Xhaka. Not that I rate Xhaka. Anyone who's watched this channel long enough knows I can't stand the geezer. So for me personally, bin him and put Tielemans in, and we're instantly miles better. But it is what it is. We'll probably play El Neni and Xhaka double pivot next season, seeing as El Neni's about to sign the new deal. But there we go. But I do think he'll elevate us. And this is what I want for my football club. I want not just somebody that, oh, well, he's better. Oh, well, he's better than him. Oh, he's better than him. No, I want somebody that's levels better. And this guy is levels better than Granit Xhaka. He's levels better than Sambi Lokonga. He's got Premier League experience, which for me does count. You know, a lot of people are sitting and go, oh, it don't matter if they're in the Premier League. Well, it does, doesn't it? Because they don't need to adapt so quickly to the league, because they're already adapted. Yes, they have to adapt to different training methods, different players, different culture at the club. Culture, buzzword, I'm even using them now. But if you're coming from overseas, you've got to bring your family, you've got to try and relocate in a foreign country, learn the language, etc., etc. He's been in for a few seasons now, so he wouldn't have to do that. Leicester to London is not a million miles away, so he could potentially still drive to work, training every day, or he could just relocate to somewhere near London. So I think 25 million quid, I think, is a bit of a bargain for Tielemans. I can't lie. I do think he's a really good player. How long has he got left in his contract? 1 year. See, again, it's another player that's got 1 year left on his contract. So 25 million, I suppose, is probably about right for Tielemans. But that is seen to be, by all accounts, the opening bid. Now, if you remember rightly, Fabrizio Romano tweeted out that Yuri Tielemans is on Arsenal's list. Now, he knows better than most. So I tend to go with what he's saying. Now, if he is on the list, why are we going in with an opening bid of 25 million? Because, like I said, he has got 1 year left on his contract. So for me, you test the water. You go in with 15, 17, 18 mil, and then you raise it up. You raise it up. Yeah, you obviously speak to the player first these days and the agent first and see whether he's open to coming. Back in the day, it used to be tapping up if you did that. Now football's changed. You can actually get away with that. So I think Yuri Tielemans would come to us, if I'm honest. But we've got to get the right deal, because 25 million opening bid would suggest that we're going to go up to about 30 odd mil. 30 odd mil with a year left. When we're looking at Gabriel Jesus, 42 mil with a year left. All of a sudden, we've done Nicola Pepe type money on two players with a year left on their contract. For me, that makes no sense. Players with a year left on their contract tend to go really, really cheap. 25 million, I still think it's a bit of a bargain, but that is if that is the final price, not the top price. But what do I know? I'm negative. I'm toxic. Top Gooners are still tweeting, by the way. Yep, they're still tweeting. Yeah, they're still making up their excuses. But it's what it is. Anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow with another free transfer videos. Probably of another 3 players we're probably never going to sign. Who knows? Leave a like on the video. Do subscribe. Big up to everyone who has subscribed, and big up to everyone who has chucked a donation in down there. Use the thanks option if you want to do that. Feel free to do that. And I appreciate everyone who has so far. All have a blessed evening. Happy mud day. We're all in the mud, obviously. Hence why I'm so smooth, fresh. I need a haircut, but I'll do that later in the week. We're out of here.